welcome on in. Welcome on in, Sketch. Welcome on in. Welcome on, everybody. We're heading to the Spanish Grand Prix, and we're going to go ahead and see what we're going to get ourselves into.
Thank you for joining us for the Spanish Grand Prix here in Barcelona. The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya is familiar to every driver, with F1 and Junior Series often racing and testing here. It's a proving ground for aerodynamics, so many new car parts are brought to Barcelona to see how they can handle the track. Barcelona is a tricky circuit to balance. The technical corners demand high downforce, but that means adding stress to tyres and potentially limiting race strategies if teams go too far.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. But that could still change with so many rounds left ahead of us.
It's time then for another thrilling weekend of F1 drama.
Yep, let's get this thing started. Let's see. Definitely gotta think, what do I want to end up doing here? Dumb. First row to softs. How many rounds do I get? 25 is pretty much a maximum, it looks like. 23. Let's put it for 23. Car setup. Let's see here. Setup. 5, 14. Not 5, 14. 7, 3. 3, 25, and 80. Breakdown gaming. Hello there. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see. Yeah, taking calculation from the calculator I have here. Data here. Both drivers are going to go on track. Radio check. I think I put them a little too close. Yeah, they're a little bumper to bumper.
Radio check?
Radio check confirm.
Yeah, all good.
Radio is good.
Radio check.
Good for me too.
There we go. Let's see how this setup is going to go. It's saying that we're going to be in pretty much in the low end 13. Let's see how this setup is going to go. Cardo, don't lose it. We still have a long session ahead of us. Looks like everybody is having a little struggle, but it looks like we are going to have... The top teams hasn't put their lap time, so we're still ahead. Dude, the Red Bull team and the Mercedes are just brought some parts, it seems like. Ugh. It's a matter of time. Eh. Looks like the Red Bull's breaking the teams here.
How does the car feel?
Everything's pretty stable. Nice one, guys.
Copy.
Next set. Okay, let's take a look at the calculator here. Can we improve this? This down to 75, 13, 5. That load. Raise up. Eh. I'm just being a little aggressive, trying to get things done.
How is the balance, please?
Well, very good.
Confirmed.
Great across the board. So I know that the soft compounds is not going to last that long on this track. Let's see. 95, drop this down to 35. This will be 55. And that should be good on the setup here. And let them set up and we should be good. Let's see how our setup is doing. Yes, my goal here is to constantly have 100% so we can automatically be good. So if we got good setup and good track information, we should be able to do a lot of passes and overtaking. The Stafford is the only challenger that's really trying to hit Daniel Ricciardo. At the Monaco, it was between Ricciardo and Stafford, where Stafford backed off and didn't even bother to continue on, leaving Daniel Ricciardo to take second place from last race.
How does the car feel?
This one's going backwards.
Everything's pretty stable.
Copy that.
It's going backwards. Eh. That's just great. I gotta change this setup. See the calculations. Okay, new calculations would be 90 by 14.5. Drop the track bar to 8.2. Drop this to 310. Drop this down to 60. We're going through tires like no tomorrow. Sheesh. They already gone through already half of the tires already. Eh. How much time is left? 18. I'm right off saving my spare sets. I want to have some sets ready for the next session. I don't want to waste any more sets right now. They already used already most of the sets I need.
How do you feel with the car at the moment?
Very good. Happy.
Confirmed.
We're just gonna leave this session and go to the next one. Let's see. Let's see for him. Right. Great. This still becomes good. Becomes Great. This becomes optimal. So now we know what we got to do our setup as soon as we get done with the session here. Don't want to waste any more. Down again says, I mean, you think that you're doing fine for the season? I would say this season. Right now, team has Fernando Alonso in fourth, Danny Ricciardo in sixth. And the constructors, we're third. So we're getting there slowly but surely. We took some hits because at the beginning we had a rough start. We had a rough start in the beginning, but we're slowly but surely gaining ourselves good confidence to get up there. Okay, now let's do this setup. See, 9.5. This is for no, wrong setup for wrong person. It's 9. Luckily, I double checked the data. So this will be 14.5, 8.2, 310, and 60. You're locked that one for the session. So that one's set. Now, let's get your setup. Let me double check on the setup here. For Alonso setup, I need still correct on that one. 14, that one stays the same. 17.3 stays the same. 320 and 65.
Green light.
Now I'm giving them some space because they took off at the exact same timing. I'm going to be using the medium and the hard compounds on this track because it seems like it's cooking the rubber real quickly on this one. So we're doing pretty good, I would say, but it's still early in the season, so we could end up having a ton of mistakes, but we still have a lot. Time will tell if we make those changes excellent or poorly. That's the reason why we're going to try our best. Yep, the top teams are just within inches of us. But it comes down to strategy at the very end during the race. We're focusing on aerodynamic and race performance. Practice really shows me that we're in those running area, but we will struggle if we're doing like sprint. So far, I haven't had any luck at the moment to the sprint. Let's see. Drop this to 8.5. Bring this up to 15. We should be good on that setup. Crap. Need you to get that last track information. I can't do a setup without knowing which.
How was the car?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Copy that.
Run for 20 laps. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. can't do too much of setup if I can't get it the information from the driver. Five, 35. The full track bar up. Everything's ready to go. But that's where we are going to be hitting our good performances during the race, because I've been equipping with parts that are more focused for the aerodynamic and also race performance. If I can't do aerodynamic, then I focused on the racing part. Other teams have better parts, but we're trying to focus one area. Surprisingly, we got our underbody is what ends up giving us more of a downforce, but still, there's still a lot of improvements to do.
Any comments though?
There we go. Optimal settings. That's what I'm talking about. Now, let's see if Alonso has the correct setup as well. Gotta make sure he's also set up as well. I'm calling you back in. We already used up already our 2 set of tires. We're gonna hold off on any setup change. And there we go.
Okay with the car?
Amazing.
Confirmed.
There we go. Set up at a 100%. Optimal 100% across the board. That's what I want to see. So when we reach to practice 3, we're just going to be focusing on our stint to see if we can actually make our stints good. I know I would be sending my drivers out for a lot longer, but currently I just want to get their setup good, which they are. Don't waste any more tires right now. Wait, save them for the next session. Mm, we're going to do a 35 laps. Right now we're finishing up the session by giving them a little practice with the medium compound.
I don't know if I got damage.
Stand by.
ERS system needs to be fixed up. We'll change that at the end of the session. 30. So you're pretty much almost running out on yours. Look at William. They got themselves a big jump up here. Haven't seen Williams up here. Now it's going to look like a 1-2 for Red Bull. Come on. 75% on Alonso, 70% on Ricardo. Go until the end of the session. Seems like this thing is eating up the tires pretty good. Darn. Even the hards is starting to have a little struggle. We may end up having to stay off the curves a lot more often if it's going to be this way. Getting some track information by having your drivers use the tire compound sometimes works out so they know how it's going to be working in their favor or not. Looks like Alonso's going to be finishing up his track information. Alonso's much more comfortable driving now that he has 100% on the whole entire information on the course.
Okay,
Check.
that's the checkered flag.
Confirm. Go. Just short. Confidence is very high.
Will practice pay off for the drivers? Well, we're about to find out in qualifying.
There are 3 periods of qualifying ahead of the drivers now. Remember, only the fastest 10 will make it through to Q3 for a shot at pole position.
Now, Karoon, you and I were actually just talking about that man there, Max Verstappen. How do you think he'll be feeling today?
They must be feeling good after their fast lap times in practice. Confidence can do great things for a driver, so I'm excited to see how they handle qualifying.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
Shoot. We're going to have to buy one. Hopefully, we are going to take a grid penalty for this. Shoot.
Stay negative on your delta. Mode in, please.
Understood.
Ooh. Look at those times. So close. Let's go ahead and do another run.
Currently P1. Mode in.
Understood.
At the moment, you're P2. We're happy with that. Charge on and box. Charge on and box.
Yeah.
Copy.
Red flag.
Red flag, red flag.
Session has been suspended. What's with the red flag? What happened? I would like to know what happened on the reports. I would like to know what happened on that last one. I would like to know. Why did we have a red flag? Was it because Miss Stafford ended up hitting the wall or something? I'm just interested to know what caused us to have a big red flag to end up having everybody stop on track.
Stay negative on the delta. Then we will go mode in and cool the car.
Yep, understood.
Oh, but Stafford is completely out of the track. He's completely out. I see his vehicle has a checker flag, which means he's unable to do any improvement during this session.
P2 at the moment. Excellent lap. Mode in, please. Mode in.
Okay, understood.
Okay, that's currently P1. Charge on and box.
Copy.
Wonder what the Stafford did to be able to be out of the session. There we go. Keep your negative on the delta. See what the lap times are coming out. Oh, Hamilton's coming into the mix here.
You are currently P5.
Huh?
Okay, so mode in, box this lap.
Okay,
Oh boy, we're gonna be
That's
struggling.
currently P2. That's a good lap. Take it easy in your in lap.
okay.
Pre-flipper, welcome on in. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm just getting myself during this session all crazy here.
Well, there's nothing quite like it. Welcome along to race day.
Barcelona is a circuit with plenty of history under its belt. It was here, after all, that multiple world champion Max Verstappen secured his very first F1 victory back in 2016.
Going into this race, what do you make of Pierre Gasly's chances and his mindset at the moment?
You have to stay optimistic and remain focused. You genuinely never can predict what will happen in this sport, so you've got to be ready to seize any opportunity.
And there are going to be some tough calls to make in Catalonia today. So let's see who makes the best ones for the Spanish Grand Prix.
Yep. Oh, 16th place. I'm in Parferme. If I'm already back there, I might as well just start. I'm gonna end up putting new parts on the vehicle. He's already back there, so I might as well just use it. Do the hards, then do the mediums. Or, and if possible, do another. Gotta do the reds at the end. That'll be strategy. There. We're gonna go with the same strategy for you. So, since he's in P16, you're in third. Fill it up with vehicle. Yep, deploy. We're going all out. Get them straight through.
The stage is set here in Barcelona as we get ready for 66 laps of the Spanish Grand Prix. A chance for the Aston Martin driver to show what they can do.
They got everything right to earn that P6 position. Now they've just got to show they can do it again in the race.
Here we go. It's time to go racing.
Five.
One of the oldest races on the Formula One
Five
calendar.
single
This
red
is
lights.
the Spanish Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
Try to reduce the hit on the curb.
Okay, understood.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Okay, ramper mode push.
Okay.
Ugh.
charge on.
Okay.
Science is definitely getting away, that's sure. It's trying to get away from us. See, they're using. One of them's using soft, the other one's using mediums, and we're on the. Ken, welcome on in. This is going to be an interesting race, that's for sure. I got one that's all the way in the back of the field, and I got the other one that's all the way in front of the field. So this is going to be interesting. But thanks. Thanks for having me, Tab Up. So right now I'm just using all full throttle.
TRS enabled. Currently P2.
It's way too far away for that. Garp, welcome on in. Hopefully you're doing well. Just trying to see if it's going to be an interesting one this time around.
Battery is on the low side.
Copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
Nee. Oh, fighting back. He's fighting back side by side. Come on.
Okay, head down, no problem.
Multiple crash back there. Something happened.
Looking here, possibly Ocon's
What
part of
happened?
that. So this is what happened. So here we go, heading into turn one. Now there's an
Oh,
inviting
front wing
opportunity
damage.
there.
And they both locked
Has
up.
to be said, that was pretty risky. And there'll be more than one unhappy team after that.
Who? So they got a penalty for their reckless driving. Come on. And we're overtaking them again. So we're going the back and forth again. We're going to be going the back and forth way.
Let's go, guys.
Good job. The moment you're P2.
Had to turn off that telegram. It's dinging. So I had to shut that off. We're definitely struggling, that's sure. It's going to be a back and forth battle between those two. And just like our research we did earlier, the sums are not going to last that long. Charge off. And now we're back. Ricardo's trying his best to get back up to the top of the field. You can see he started all the way at the back of the field, and now from P20 to now P12. See, we're just slightly ahead of our margins, but not by much. We're keeping our tires within check. We're avoiding the high curves, but it is heating up the tires, so avoiding the high curves, it is helping in our favor. Even though the temps are slightly on the high side, we're still doing good. I know having an excessive amount of fuel on board is a little bit overkill, but I need to have a lot of fuel so I can keep going full throttle. That's my reasoning of having a little bit extra more fuel. Everybody else might have a little bit more or less, but I prefer having it filled topped off to have it ready to go. On board with Daniel Ricciardo. Taking the wide lane. Wide lane. He's going to shut the door on you. He did. You're going to try again. Don't worry. You're going to get him. His medium tires about 10% already used already. DRS and do the overtake. And we got in there and we're right behind the old rivalry. Stafford versus Daniel Ricciardo. The rivalry still continues. After Ricciardo has his Soma is now up against his former rival, Stafford, dead ahead. We did take the penalty at the start of the race, but now he's pretty much flying through this area. Oh, he got spun around up there, and Stroll just went out there. Virtual safety car has been deployed.
Stroll crash. And keep an eye on debris again. Keep an eye on debris.
And now
He
we've
has
had a crash.
virtual safety car deployed. Virtual safety car has deployed. We were with Ricardo when this happened. And there he goes right off the track, and he just hit the sidewalk.
The team glued to the monitors and watching their hopes crumble away.
Virtual safety car. Stay close to
Virtual
the
safety car deployed. Virtual safety car has been deployed.
on, charge on.
Copy.
Come on. Not a full safety car, it's just a virtual. And Stroll is completely out of the race. We are conserving fuel again, so we are going to be taking more fuel on board onto us. So it's going to be a little more extra than we want to. That gives us time to get our recharge ready because we were less than 50% on our recharge. Still under VSC, virtual safety cars still deployed. Right now, this is a double-edged sword. Right now, we're ready to go.
No need for anti-deploy batteries.
Yay!
Yes.
Virtual safety car ending.
Yep.
Close the gap.
DRS is enabled.
Let's lift off, please.
Okay. Come on, come on.
Keep the head down, we can get him back.
Alright, gotta get those tires up to temp. So where we are on the temperature, don't go below 105 or 106 is pretty much its cold point. So we definitely got to keep it going this way.
Yes.
Lonzo went and took P1.
Now
Let's
we
see.
can see what happened.
See what
Keep
happened.
watching Alonso
Oh!
on this one. There's the opening. And we've got a new race leader.
Yeah. Hello, welcome on in, Greg. Yes. What an interesting start of the race at the moment. Ricardo had to take some penalties due to some components that went out on him. So he started further in the back in P20 and he's currently in P10. Alonso was in P2 and he's fighting for P. He's staying up there, so. So pretty much quite an interesting start to the race. Wait, how did he take new parts already? Yes, but remember, I said that the former drivers that were with them, like remember, when I had Kevin Magnussen and they ended up damaging the parts, which killed off both components. So I pretty much had no components. The first two are completely critical. So I automatically fired them and get new drivers. But in turn, I forgot that they didn't repair the components as much. So right now, I'm using the parts. I only had one component. I'm pretty much running on what I got. But because we've been doing pretty good, we're starting to have ourselves a little bit of leverage. You can see Ricardo is proving us that we are able to catch up to the front row runners. As you can see, he's starting back in P20. Danny Ricardo from left positions. We did had a there's a time penalty for him, virtual safety car. So some things happened during the time, so and the rivalry between Miss Stafford and Ricardo is back there again. There they go. Thanks, Sharp, for giving him the SO. Side by side, and there he goes for a side by side. Who's gonna win? He got Miss Stafford on one side, Ricardo, and he overtakes him. There you go. Passing Albon. And is he going to do a double overtake? And he does. Ricardo just also passed Albon. Wow. I had some bad luck recently. My former drivers, I had to get rid of them. They were damaging. Kevin Magnussen just kept breaking the whole entire car. That's the reason why the first vehicle was completely lost of parts. That's why I got rid of my former drivers. They were wrecking too much. I think I told you that on my first season when I was playing the former game. Let's see, but at least the other... Remember that I told you in 22 that I had my race? If you saw my last season, you saw that I had both drivers just keep constantly wrecking. I was spending more repair bills on trying to get more of the parts. Thank you so much for the lurk itself. But yes, I was having to deal with the former drivers. I was doing more parts repair. I couldn't even upgrade the car. And if I did, it was only one component. And it wouldn't let me do any other components because I didn't have enough funds during that session. So I was having to do more repair bills. That's why I switched over to a different team. So again, with the lurky lurk there. Let me trigger yours. Let's see here. Okay, I triggered his.
What do you mean I've just been disconnected? What the hell? I hope you die. I just got disconnected.
Oof. Oof. Wow.
Oh my god! Exclamation clip! Exclamation clip!
Welcome, Sir Srach or Tech, for the follow itself. Welcome on in. Let's see. Doing good. We're starting to get a little good on the pace here. Hmm. And it looks like he dived right into the pits. Sign says came into the pits. The people that were on the soft compounds have entered the pits. So people that are on the soft compound are entered the pit lane. Looks like the only one is only Ghastly, which he's currently trying to struggle on to there. He's still in P7. We're still roughly around 70%, 69% on tire wear. We're way above the marker of the mediums at the moment. Let's see. Ricardo has the DRS and still going through there. King Gamer 017, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow itself. Come on. You got time, Ricardo. Don't over. Come on. Get on the side. Get on the side. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, definitely need to take a shot at it and go. But he's hesitating right now. He's probably waiting for the DRS detection zone. And there it is. One on your right side, right on your right side, behind you. King Gon Gamer 017. Thank you so much for the lurk itself. How's my trajectory? Currently a little bit above. Okay. Should be good on this side. Keep everything going. Done. King. You don't have to say your full name, just call King. Okay. But how you doing? How you ended up doing so far? It's up to you. Oh, yellow flags, where? Good thing. Yeah, it's been alright just so far. Just chilling, trying to end up making this team pretty good. Trying my best. Had a rough start with the season with two horrible drivers that just kept wrecking. Like I said, the vehicle one ended up losing both components, majority of it, due to the former driver that was in there. Ended up losing completely everything.
2 cars out.
2 cars out? Virtual
Careful,
safety
careful.
car? Virtual safety car? What?
Now Alex Albon is part of
Oh,
this.
teammates!
Barely any room to maneuver. The cars coming together
Oh!
right there. An unfortunate moment, yes, but as any driver will know, this is an unforgiving sport.
Yes, I agree, King. You have to leave the space. You cannot get... That was way too close. And now both vehicles now have penalties. There's 2 vehicles that has penalties and have not served them yet. How many times have you streamed? Quite a bit. I do it 3 times a week. I do it. I do it Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, early morning Eastern Standard Time, 2 o'clock. Let's see, our trajectory is looking pretty promising. We may end up passing through our pit window. So already one of them served their penalty. Now it's the other Williams that got to serve their penalty. The only thing is just the Red Bull and also the Leclerc and Pierce are both of the ones up front. They're only trying to chase them. And the one that's way out there is my driver, Alonso. He's flying out of here. He's already in P1, straight ahead. And let's see let's go back to him. See, increments 10. Sheesh. He's just passing through there. Ricardo, they had pretty much all new components back to fields. Is almost to the lead area. Car. Yep, we have a little bit too much fuel, but we're burning it off as we go. There we go. Pierce has entered the pit lane. And we overtake them. Now it's just Leclerc, and we can run this whole entire track itself. It'll be surprising if Ricardo ends up getting from back at the grid to first. But Alonso's way up there right now. Sainz. The hard compounds, he's get the fastest lap out there. Pull the tires a bit by one level. If you say so.
Slow down now.
Because I've been keeping them on aggressive because I'm not hitting the curves. I told them to avoid the curves. Just to make them last a little bit longer. Fair enough. And there he goes into the pits. Claire ended up entering the pits and yellow flag somewhere. No virtual or anything yet. And it's just a lockup. Ugh. Closest one is Hamilton.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, it's emotional damage to them that we did start at the back of the field. That's for sure. Yeah, you can see Daniel Ricciardo 18 positions up. Wonder if Hamilton's gonna go into the pits because it's already past his time his tires on mediums. And he's still going on, so we're still gonna continue on. Let's see here. When the tires go below, yes. Right now, I'm just debating if my tires are getting too worn out. Like if the vehicle behind me is gaining more pace than I am, that's when I pit. At least. Currently, Hamilton's behind us, so I can't tell what Science's pace is right now. Oh, pit window's open. Let's see. Go to the last lap then. Okay. Let's see. Go. Let's see, he was 17. So he's still quite short. Yeah, not 15, 18. He's getting a little pace onto us. It's barely, it's round roughly. Still about 16, but still. But we're good. Now push. Yellow flag in the sector. Yep, we'll just end up pushing these.
Let's concentrate on clean laps as fast as you can.
Hydrate. If you want me to go full throttle, there's one command for that. Attacking it all the way.
Good move, push.
Full throttle, everything. There you go. And that's what we push all the way through.
Charge on.
As for us, it's pushing full throttle all the way. Oh, you're saying the box in this lap? Well, you're saying to box in right now? Alonso then. Okay, so that would be going to the mediums then. We box in this lap.
Box, box.
Yeah, box.
Confirm boxing.
Just keep looking after your tires.
Okay.
So the other tried the undercut. So you want to box for the next lap then? So you're saying they do the undercut on the next vehicle by next lap, right? Trying to double check because so far, according to my strategy,
Box. Copy that.
Joe's over now.
Box this lap.
Yep, box confirmed.
Focus on reaction time and no full throttle before pit exit. you have margin to push a little bit more on the tires.
Copy.
Okay.
Daniel, fill line.
Copy.
Tires are still quite cold.
Hey, listen.
Battery is high.
Copy.
You're in clear air.
You can do charge off now.
Copy.
It's almost like I got to do a full attack because it doesn't seem like the tire temps are getting there. Let me know if I'm... No, you're fine. I had another person that ended up giving me a helping hand. But we had a closer field. Like, I had Alonso in first, while Ricardo was second, and then at the very end, we had Ricardo. Basically, we ended up having the win itself, so... So it's no problem. I don't mind having people saying things. Because sometimes I may oversee things that I may not see. So sometimes having a little helping hand doesn't hurt. Because you probably see things that I don't see, so... Which is fine. So... Yeah, you're good. I see that Red Bull is chasing after us, but it's so far on the softs trying to catch up to us. So far, yellow flags. Their car have spun out. Sector 2 yellow, Sector
Yellow
2
flag.
yellow.
Okay.
We've been with Ricardo because he's so far having all the excitement while Alonso's pretty much just cruising up there. Maybe stay in the intervals for a while, managing this distance with the car ahead of you. Ah, Mr. Crazy Man. Yep, going into battle. Go for it. Go for it. Going to your left side, left side. Come on, overtake him. Ah. Well, we did.
You should be mode charge.
Thank you, Mr. Crazy Man, for the attack itself.
Slow down now.
Okay, we're going to try to get on the outside of him. Still got the running. It's fine, Ricardo. You got the next few more turns. You still have also the DRS detection zone as well. Whoa! That just went flying by. He couldn't overtake because the slow vehicle had to let us overtake him. Darn. Ah. Come on, Ricardo. We definitely need to get in front of this. He's slowing you down on your pace. Come on. Come on, turn to your left a little bit to get past him. Come on. You're leaving the gap right there for him. You gotta get in there. The gap is there. You just gotta go for it, Ricardo. Come on, Ricardo. Get in there. He's just not pushing it. Come on. Ah. Went to the left, went to the right. He's just playing too much defense. Lonzo's been sitting up front looking pretty out there since he has nobody else to compete against him. Okay, next one, we're going to just fully deploy. You already had enough dancing around with this one. It's time for us to deploy.
Mode push.
Confirm.
There we go. There we go. That's how we get it done. I did leave the space. I did leave the space behind. King, I know I left the space for him. Now the next target is right ahead of us. Let's see, you mean Carl? Ah. Oh, Carlos Sainz? You didn't leave the space for me. That's what you meant. Oh, well, not all of them want to be giver. They don't want to give you the space to work with, so. Oh, well. Right now, Alonso's flying out there. He's right here, and. Sheesh. He's trying to catch up, but we're currently. Bonzo's just flying out there. He's just having a sweet time out there. I don't think anything. He's been in first. We're coming up again. Closing the gap. For now, we're right behind Leclerc. Right behind the Scuderia Ferrari. Yep, he's holding us back here. You gotta get a gap in there. Garb, thank you so much for gifting 5 community gift subs. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Garb. Thanks so much.
Alrighty. Nice.
Let's see who gets it. The first one's H19, Low Gamer, Snooker, Sketch. They all got community gift subs, so thanks so much. Thanks so much, Sharp. Happy as is. Okay, now it's just these two drivers now, just on themselves now. Thank you for automatically gifting those subs, Sharp. Let's see, I think I'll do that.
Charge on.
Let's see here. We see them behind us, but so far it looks like they're not catching up to us as much. But we have time still. We do have one more. We do have one more stop on our pit stop here. But if we can actually get away with it, we may not need to do another pit stop. Steins came in. Now the only one that's behind us is really just Leclerc. And who got the fastest lap this time is Perez. Oh boy.
Charge on.
Guess we should have our battery fully charged until we need it. All of our excessive fuel is pretty much already burned off already. So it looks like we definitely did pretty good on that. Quite a bit of ERS system on, so putting it to neutral. Now I'm debating if we need the box for this last depending on if we need to. If we need to, then we'll probably be doing it. But that's a 50-50 game. If I really want to do another stop. I don't think, maybe. It's up in the air. So yes, it's up in the air, thinking about what we're gonna be. Virtual, oh, red flag, red flag.
Red flag, red flag.
Suspension of the race. Suspension of the race. What the hell happened? Oh, they touched and a wreck in the backfield.
And just like that, the hopes of the team start to dwindle.
It's broken! Anti-stall! It's off. Fuck!
I think you have to leave the space.
Yes, you gotta leave the space, but what do they do? Now, we're under red flag, so right now, ugh, they're burning through the tires of that, so, see, 4, 6, that's 20. I'm gonna probably do another set. I say use another set of mediums and be done with it. We're not gonna be doing anything else.
Hey, listen.
You think I should go on the softs? So you're saying to use a soft compound. A few seconds short, but so far... 28 laps. Let's see here. 4, 5, 6, that's 20. So we'll barely be making onto there. But you mean the mediums? Yeah, that's what I thought. Because so far I was looking at this, it's like, wait, it's way too early. If we were beyond 50, then I would be considering it. But because we're beforehand and we have another set, we might as well throw the next set of mediums onto it. Red flag conditions. Sheesh.
Our race here resumes as we get back underway.
Back to 5 single red lights.
It's lights out and away we go. And it's lights out and away we go.
Um, let's see.
And it's lights out and away we go.
Yep. But it looks like everybody is doing this soft compound that you said. But the question is, will they be able to use it all the way? Are they going to do the conserving to be able to conserve the tires until the end? So right now we have... yes, so, but the thing is, we are able to push a little bit more. As you can see, we're blowing away them, it seems like. They're trying to keep up, but they're not trying to push their tires too much by the looks of it. We're trying to keep ourselves way ahead of them. Right now I got Alonso. He's not going to push against his teammate. Yep, we're definitely going to try to get the win here. Yellow flag somewhere in the backfield. A car off on track, it looks like.
Yellow flag, yellow flag.
Okay, understood.
How much is our gap? Another yellow. Another car locked up. We're ahead by 1 second of the vehicle behind us. We're just making our little gap here.
crack on.
Okay, understood.
Let's try to take opportunity.
Let's push it. So far, we're able to push a little bit more than they can. They can only do normal push. We're trying to keep ourselves ahead if possible. We're so close to finishing this race. If we win this one, Alonso will go up. Ricardo will say the same. Because Carlos Sainz there. The constructors will get our points that we definitely need. Scuderia as well as Red Bull, they're both in those leads up there. One position up. Ricardo just 19 positions. A 15 lap warning has came up. Hamilton has taken the fastest lap time. They're pushing through. Eh. Slowly getting that gap going. They're drafting off of each other, so it's currently being good. There's not much else other than just waiting for the end of it. Currently, everybody's trying to conserve their tires right now. Some of the back markers are trying to keep up with us to get our draft, but they're currently not able to right now. There's already a small margin gap right there, it looks like. I don't know what happened to Stafford. He was attacked.
Mode push, please. Mode push.
Understood.
Go for it.
fastest car on track last lap.
Wow.
That was a very good lap.
Oh, they both got the fastest lap?
Charge on.
Okay, understood.
Oh, they don't need charge. Alonso got, Ricardo got the first fastest lap, and then Alonso swept up. See, lowered the tires by 1 on Alonso's car. Copy.
We look after the tires.
Copy.
Say never mind. Oh, when the Ferrari drivers just went off track for a little bit, there was a yellow flag back there. Sainz, look, Sainz was trying to catch up to us. Let's see what Sainz did.
Now let's take a look here at turn 10. And that's, oh no, that's not quite what they would have wanted. And they'll find themselves at a disadvantage if they keep on doing that.
Yep, they ran wide. Oh, let's see. Intervals. Been pretty good. Jordian's below 60%. Another yellow flag somewhere. Eh. It's somewhere all the way back there. Hmm. 10 lap warning, 10 lap warning. And look at the gap in between them. Their gap is about 3. Car has spun. I wonder who spun out.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Nah. We don't have to worry about it if it's not us, so we're good to go. Yep, Sharp and Ready is definitely a good friend to have on your side, so oh. If you haven't followed already, definitely go see Sharp and Ready. If you haven't already, he's giving positive vibes around wherever he is. Let's see, did it in the They're not pushing. They're already falling back. Looks like we got this in the bag. Keep it on the mediums was excellent that we did. We still have spare fuel to use. We are still in good position. Surprisingly, with the extra fuel, it's not been. Yep. Even with their aggressive attack, they're still having to pit for another set of tires. We're pretty much in the closing phase of it. Ricardo did an excellent drive out there. He started all the way in the back of the field and he got himself all the way up to first. What an amazing drive with that. Alonso, he tried to keep himself. He held those top team drivers within range, so good to him. He held them off until Ricardo got there, so that's an excellent way to have teammates working together. We don't see any drivers behind us. It's almost like a ghost town behind us. They're just starting the S curves and we're already coming out of it. Ugh. Their tire wear is falling off the roof. They're still having a few more laps still, and we're already at 70% of tire wear. They're already below their minimum requirement. And we still are going on aggressive still. Five.
5 laps to go at the end of this one.
9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Yep, let's go for the deployment.
Mode push.
Okay.
Let's go full throttle on these guys. Oh! A little bit of aggressive there. Lazaro 2511, welcome on in.
4 more laps.
Thank you so much for the follow itself. We could have almost lost it there. Oof, that was close.
On your good to push.
Okay, copy.
Yep, we're currently trying to keep. Just because Ricardo just went a little on the wide side. Yes, he couldn't handle the curves. Looks like already the drivers behind us are already in danger mode. They're conserving everything they could get their hands on. 3 laps to go.
How many laps?
3 more laps.
Ricardo got the fastest lap. And we're still going. But the red flag incident definitely saved us, that's for sure. I didn't expect a red flag to save us by getting another set of mediums on. So it definitely saved us during that timing, so.
Charge on.
Okay.
Fernando Alonso is faster than you.
2 more laps.
There you go. Going. So far, we're making out here with the fastest lap.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Last lap. Last lap. Alonso is taking the last lap run. And we still had fuel left in the car to be able to do this. With the win itself, locked in itself, I could say we did a victory with no matter what hinges us. Seems like we can make anything possible if we put ourselves to it, so. Alonso, good at trying to keep in ahead of those faster vehicles. Good to him. And Ricardo starting with a whole bunch of penalties at the back of the field. He came up. That's a race win. I don't think any other driver would have ended up doing that. My other driver's been having a lot of difficulty.
We don't have enough battery.
Copy.
That's fine. We're on the last lap. Checker flag, confirm. Checker flag. Race win.
Alonso has done it! Fernando Alonso is today's Grand Prix winner.
There you go.
And Fernando Alonso comes home first.
There we go.
Just amazing.
Woo!
I think that's a race that
That's
drivers
a
will be
race
talking
win.
about for years to come.
This is unbelievable. This is an excellent way we want to end the. Now, if we can keep doing this for the rest of the season, nothing can stop us.
That's a checker flag, mate.
Yes, it was a hell of a time, but we still made it through. And I guess we did choose the correct ones. Mediums work for us, even though the soft was the best ones, but look at them. They couldn't keep up with us. Yes. Yes. Now it's just the world championship as if we can actually do that. If we could do that, that would be amazing for them to win season 1 getting this fast. It's definitely unimaginable. Yep.
Now, didn't Fernando Alonso
Thank you
lead
for
the
being
race
here
out
with me.
yesterday?
What a brilliant race that was for the team. They just did
There we go.
everything right. The driver included.
Alonso, you deserve that.
A great display of team spirit there, as everyone finally gets the chance to share this moment. And that man up there is certainly
Yep.
no stranger to an F1 podium. Always great to see Fernando in the top 3.
It gets even better for the team, with both drivers scoring a podium finish this weekend.
And by the looks of things here in Barcelona, the party's only just beginning.
My golly. This is an amazing drive.
Now, Karun, I'd be really keen to know, how do you think the Haas team will be reflecting on today's result?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place is
Yes.
a great way to round out the weekend.
Yeah. It's amazing.
And with that, our time in Barcelona is done.
For the next round, the teams are traveling to the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix in
We're
Montreal.
going to Canada. Whew. My golly. 18 positions and only had to go up 2 positions. We're just getting there, slowly but surely. With that in mind, guys, I'm going to call that there an episode. Race win itself, and you can't beat it any more than that. Right now, we're going to go ahead and join our buddy here, Sharp and Ray, from his stream itself. So, to stay for the raid itself, we are going to go ahead and head out to him. We're going to show him the positive vibes that we had here, like he has positive vibes to us, and look what we got ourselves here. So, here we go. So, do stay for the raid, guys. Thank you so much for joining me here on this episode here. Can't thank you enough that everybody has joined me here, as well as your follows, your subs, and everybody that has joined me. And thanks for the viewers that ended up helping me on these journeys as we go through F1. With that in mind, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Thanks for watching.